We are in late February. It is 55 degrees. It's partly cloudy skies. It is a bit breezy though. I'd say the wind's blowing 20, gusting up to 25. And if it wasn't windy, I wouldn't be wearing this. But because it's windy, I got a little jacket on here. And in this one, we are truck camping. We are cooking up some good food, and we're breaking out the bow and shooting some targets. And because I am currently standing at the archery range, not the campground, here we're gonna start right here. And my bow of choice on this one is a Jennings Black Lighting. I bought this bow in 1986. So this is the 40th year that I've had this bow. And it's been a while since I've actually shot it. So because it's the 40th anniversary this year, I'm going to break it out. I'm going to shoot it some this summer and maybe take it out hunting this fall. We'll see. That's a long ways down the line, but we got to start here. We're going to shoot some targets with the Jennings Black Lighting on the 40th anniversary. And we also have targets because this particular archery range has target butts, but they don't actually have targets on the target butts. So I brought my own. We have a javelina pig, a turkey, and a bobcat. These are actually encore targets, and they make a wide variety of targets, and they're really nice. They're thin, so you got to actually have them on a backstop to shoot them. But yeah, they're really pretty neat. They're pretty neat. Let's see. We just have some wire stakes go through the target into the target butt. Then we start flinging some arrows. So let's go do that. That's where we are, Owyhee Downstream Archery Complex. So we are up by Pierre, South Dakota. It'll be hard doing this. My hands are full. Carrying targets, carrying a bow, listening to my arrows bounce on my hip, and carrying a camera. We'll get it figured out though. First target's right down there. So I'll go put one of these targets on it and we'll take a shot. Alright, here's the target butt. And we'll take a shot at the bobcat here first. My homemade pins to pin him on. Then we'll walk back up the trail and I'm going to take a shot. Keep an eye on it for me. That's a good first shot. That is right where I wanted it. Little high. Should have been down just a little bit, but first shot in a few years with a 1986 40-year-old bow. I'd say that's pretty good. All right, we'll carry on to the next one. That one wasn't too good. I missed with my first arrow. Barely hit the leg on the second. That's why I have to practice with it. Next target. Got the bobcat set up over there. That was perfect. Get my bow out of the way. That one was perfect. The state did a lot of work building this. There's a little creek drainage through there, and there is a little bit of water running through it because I can hear it under the ice. So they did a lot of work building that thing. That's super awesome. They did a really good job with that. And if we turn the camera this way, you get a close look at the javelina pig. There we go. Right where it needs to be. See, there's a creek drainage through here. That's all ice. Number 6, which you can't even see it from there. And they also have yardage markers. So it's 44 yards from right here to up there. I hit it, but I don't think I got it in the vital. Not quite. Not quite. But we hit it. We got a vital on it. Just barely. But right there is the vital. You can see the split there. It's right on the line. Now, it's not exactly where I'd like it. I'd like it off to the right about that far, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Don't go that way. Got to go this way. Right over to this target. Looks like I'm a little to the left again. I have a tendency to shoot left, so I have to keep that in mind. See, I'm in the vital. Vital comes around here, but I would prefer to be about right there. So, yeah, we're a few inches off. But that's not too bad. In that particular shot, just for reference, was like 15 yards. So, not a long shot, but considering this past season, the deer that I got was about 10 feet away. 15 yards is within range. Somebody is awful trusting. They left their 3D target out here on a public archery range. Yeah, I'm going to shoot a couple arrows at this one. Ooh, a little low. A little low. Let's try one of these arrows. That one was perfect. Better shoot one more. Not bad. I barely got him with my first arrow, but the second two are good. These are my main hunting arrows, so I tried those out. They're a different weight than these that I've been shooting. So I hit pretty good with them, so maybe I should just shoot these for a few more rounds, or a few more targets. But whoever left this out here, thanks, I appreciate it. That's nice shooting at an actual 3D target. We'll put him back up there a little bit. There we go. Looking good. looking good. I wonder if a woodpecker pecked a hole in its neck. There's a hole in its neck and it looks really nice and round. I don't want to stick my finger in there just in case there is a bird in there, but because it goes down in too. Funny. There's another 3D target at this one. This one looks really shot up. Almost looks like it's shot in half. We'll walk up there and check it out. Now this one I can see why somebody just leave it out here, because it is literally shot in half. But hey, it's a 3D target. That's not something you get to shoot at every day on public ranges. So I'm going to take a shot at it. Yeah, there we go. I'd say those are 2 vitals. The first one could have been a little bit lower, but it looks like the vital would have been about right here. So we're just right at the top of the vital. So I'd say we got 2 vitals on this one. You can see how nice this area is. Because here's another bench. This is a nice one here. Boy Scouts of America, 2006 Eagle Project. Aaron Trimble. Good job, Aaron. Still holding up 20 years later. That was a good way to end it. Target number 14, vital. And just for the fun of it, I probably should have quit while I was ahead, but we're going to try it again. There we go. Another vital. All right. Well, that is a good way to end it. Well, back at the pickup, and the Jennings Black Lighting did pretty good. I was happy with the way I shot it. You know, I wasn't shooting distance or anything like that. You know, 15 yards was about the max I shot. But since it's been so long since I shot this bow, I think I shot it pretty good. I liked how it shot. So, and of course the range itself is really nice. We got up and down shots, which is a lot different than the range back home, because that one is just flat. But this one, you got hills to go up and down and the creek to cross, and yeah, it's a really nice range here at the Owyhee Downstream. But with that, we are going to wrap it up on the archery section, and we are going to head for camp because it's about time to start cooking. Yep, it's time. We're at camp. And so are the geese. They're all walking away from me. Yep, so we've seen some wildlife at camp. This looks like a good spot. I think I can back up a little bit further. I think I'm going to back up a bit further, but yeah. Right along the river. Well, the main river's out there. This is kind of a bay that goes back in. So this is still froze, but the main river's open. Geese can be on it, but I'm not walking on it. All right, I'm gonna maybe back up, but we're sitting pretty flat there. So maybe we'll leave it right where it's at because it's fairly flat. I think if I back up more, then I'm going to be at an angle. This campsite seems to have an angle to it, but this is where I'm going to be. So I'm going to get camp set and then start cooking. All right, we are getting set up for cooking. And what we have is some Crisco pure vegetable oil. And this is a deep fryer. Fill it up to the mark. Let's get that Hummer plugged in. Okay, we got that heating up. Now what we're going to put in it is we're going to have some mozzarella sticks. This even comes with marinara sauce in there. Nice. So we got some mozzarella sticks. But the main attraction is right there. That is Chislic. And if you're not familiar with what Chislic is, this happens to be deer venison. And I'm going to cube it up, bite-sized pieces, and deep fry it. That's Chislic. We just cube it up and throw it straight in. Growing up, we never used a batter or flour or anything on it. However, I picked up some Louisiana Cajun fish fry. It's actually seafood breading, but I'm going to use that to put on my Chislic and then throw it in the cooker. So we're going to give this a try. I've never actually had this stuff. So I seen it and went, you know what? I like Cajun. Let's go for it. So we're going to go for that. So first step, cut up the deer meat into bite-sized pieces. Now I got to get a knife and a plate. I guess that comes first. All right, there's the hunk of deer meat. People driving by looking at me like, what's that guy doing? And I think that's about right. You can cut them a little bit smaller if you like. Leave them a little bit bigger if you like. It's just whatever you want to do. I prefer bite size. I don't like to have to use if you get them too big, then it's like you're taking 2 bites out of them, or you got to use a fork and a knife. That's not how this stuff is supposed to be. You're supposed to be able just to pick it up and pop it in your mouth. after it's cooked. Don't eat it like this. I guess you can if you want, but I'm not going to. Okay, so we got that cut up. Now we'll open up the fish fry. Looks good. Get a clean knife out rather than use the knife that was cutting up the Chislic. I ripped it. Okay. And we just have a butter dish here, which is empty. There's no butter in there. Okay, we'll just put some in there. It smells good. We'll dump this in here. I guess I should have been this way, huh? hiding it from you. We'll give it a good shake. Put the lid on. I got a wet ones there. Shake that up. Get a good coating on it all. Looks like I got a good coating on it. Yeah, without overkill. So that's that. Whoops! One fell out. Oh no! Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so I think the oil's over there heating up. I'm not sure if it's quite ready yet, but we will put some mozzarella sticks in first and get those cooking, because Chislic does not take very long to cook. So we will pick it up when we're ready to dump the first stuff into the hot oil. Clean this off. Okay, well, I think the oil's hot enough. I definitely wouldn't want to stick my finger in it. So we're gonna test it here with some Farm Rich mozzarella sticks, along with some marinara dipping sauce. That we're not going to be able to use that because it's froze, because it says that you need to microwave it or in hot water. I don't have either of those things, so we're not going to use the marinara sauce, because I don't think we should deep fry it. There we go, they're sizzling. That'll be the first round. And when deep frying stuff, especially when you're outside and it's chilly, I do it in small batches. So do a small batch, throw it on the plate, start eating, throw a second batch in. So you're always dealing with hot food, because deep fried food, once it gets cold, really isn't that great. So, all right, but I'm getting hungry, so hopefully these cook fast. Chislic will. These probably should too. Well, the mozzarella sticks are floating. That means they are done. Let's get those babies out of there. Looking good. They're over there sizzling. Get these all shook up here. We'll just grab a Handful of Chislic. In it goes. There we go. Chislic is cooking. Those mozzarella sticks are cooling down for a moment, because those things should be very hot. Now most of the time when you're deep frying, when stuff starts floating, that means it's done. With Chislic, you don't want to wait that long. If you wait that long, you overcook it. And I made that mistake back in '96. Don't overcook your Chislic. So it doesn't take long, a minute maybe 2 if you're using big pieces. But Chislic cooks very fast in very hot oil. So we'll give this a minute, and then we're going to pull those babies out. Oh yeah, I think that's done. Those over there. Whoop, actually this one is floating here. So yeah, they're definitely done. Alright, there we go. So we got some Chislic and mozzarella sticks with a beautiful background. Sun's just setting. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Yes. I even left them in just a touch too long, but they're very good. I didn't overdo them. Toothpick. And the mozzarella sticks. They're very good also. Yeah, and this stuff is just so healthy too. And while I'm eating that, we'll throw the rest of my mozzarella sticks in there and get those cooking. By the time I get this finished, those will be done. That's how you deep fry, right there. In the Louisiana Cajun fish fry, that definitely has some spice to it. That's really good. It's not overpowering where it's like inferno hot and you can't eat it. But yeah, that stuff's really good also. So I'm going to chow down. And of course, I brought along a root beer. Dog and Suds root beer, which I've had these before. They're really good. So I'm going to have a root beer, mozzarella sticks, and Chislic. Cooking out in February in South Dakota. I gotta believe it's still in the 40s. It has cooled down quite a bit now that the sun's almost set. But it's still really nice out for February. So I'm going to chow down and we'll pick it up when we head into the topper. I didn't quite eat it all. I couldn't do it. I ate all the Chislic, didn't get through all the mozzarella sticks. I was just stuffed. That was way too much food, but it was damn good. And I don't think I mentioned it, but I should mention that like Chislic, it doesn't necessarily have to be deer. It can be any animal, game animal or steak or whatever you like. So it's wide open. It's just bite-sized meat, deep fried. That's Chislic. So for tonight, I am going to look at some of the video that I shot today. Then I'm going to wrap it up and we will pick it up in the morning. Morning time, and it is far too early in the morning time. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I've been awake for about an hour. I tried to fall back asleep, but I couldn't. So as you can see, I'm already dressed and ready for breakfast. And it was a good night last night sleeping. I went to bed, it wasn't even 10 o'clock. I was tired. Fell asleep right away, slept good all night, and then 4:30 this morning I woke up. I hate when that happens. But anyway, that just means I get an earlier start to the day. And to start my day, I'm going with a Dunkin' iced coffee. Caramel is the flavor of the morning. Crash. Redo. And to go along with the Dunkin' iced coffee, we have a Hostess iced honey bun. Make sure my light is hitting it right. $480 calories. Yep. These are good and fattening. Between this and the deep fried food that I ate last night, I should step on the scale about 5 pounds heavier when I get home. But it's worth it. I'm going to head over to a piece of public ground. I'm going to set up with the camera and see if we can see some critters. I don't know if we will, but we can try. So I think that's what I'm going to do this morning, and we'll pick it up when we get set up and start seeing something. Well, it's about 9 o'clock. So I've been sitting here for about 2 hours. I saw 3 eagles, bald eagles. One of them I got a little bit of shaky footage of. That was right before sunrise. I saw lots of waterfowl, geese, mostly geese. The river's just right over here in front of me, and there was a lot of geese sitting on it this morning. I'm not sure how many are over there now. It doesn't sound like there's very many, but I am going to walk over there and see if we can spot some waterfowl on the river. Rooster pheasant. I don't know if you just heard that, but there was a rooster pheasant He's over there somewhere. I don't know if I got any footage of him. I seen him, but I didn't see him on the camera screen, so I don't know if I actually got any video of him or not. Some songbirds, which I didn't get any footage of any of those, but it was a beautiful morning. When I got here, it was 19 degrees, so it was colder than I thought it was going to be. But right now, with the sun up, it's shining right on me. It's pretty decent out, and it is supposed to get 60 degrees today, or close to it. So it's going to be a beautiful day, and right now there's hardly a breath of wind, so it's very nice this morning. But with that, I think I'm going to mosey on over to the river and see if we can see any waterfowl on the river, and then we'll just do a little bit of a walkabout through these trees and see if we can see anything cool in these trees, and we'll wrap it up for the day. But let's go see if we can see some waterfowl on the river. Well, just kind of making my way through the trees now after we've seen the ducks on the river. There's quite a few mallards out there. Plus, there's the big flock of geese that came through, and it sounds like there's more geese downriver, which should be picking up on audio. But I'm just kind of making my way through the trees here, just checking it out. I did see one tree stand in here, so somebody's hunting it. And there's trails through here, like right here seems to be a game trail. They usually don't show up very good on camera, but there's a game trail that cuts through here and goes to the river. River's back behind the camera here. But I'm not really seeing anything that's jumping out to me saying, yeah, you should try to hunt these trees. I'm just going to continue walking along and see if we can see anything cool, then we'll circle back towards the pickup. Well, back at the pickup, and the wind's picking up a lot. I'm sure you can hear it in the audio, and it is supposed to blow like 25 to 30 today, so it's supposed to be very windy, but the temperature has warmed up a lot. And because I was dressed for the cold to sit this morning, and now I'm sweating. So yeah, it's temperature wise, it's a really nice day, and of course the sun's out, the skies are clear. There's a few little clouds floating around over there, but for the most part it's an absolutely beautiful day. But with that, we are going to wrap it up on this one, and we will pick it up next time.